Welcome to Take Flight Today. I'm your pilot, Jude, who else consumed an unhealthy amount of Dr. Pepper and banana pudding this weekend at Jets. And in today's video, we're talking about joint practices with the Packers, roster moves made this weekend, players switching positions, the Jets trying to get a player into the Hall of Fame, and Pro Football Focus's attempt to make a joke. Let's get it. So August 18th and 19th are the dates for the Jets and Packers joint practices. They're also days before the Jets and Packers preseason game on August 20th. Now, what are the joint practices? They're essentially 2 extra preseason games. I mean, what's going to be going down at the practices are a lot of scrimmages played on NFL fields with NFL rules. I mean, the only difference between a preseason game and a scrimmage is that one is played in a stadium and on TV and one's not. And this is why I'm a fan of these joint practices, because players fighting for roster spots get more chances to prove themselves. And the last time the Jets had a joint practice, there were a lot of interesting storylines to come out of it. So I can't wait for August 18th and 19th. The New York Jets made a couple roster moves this weekend, like officially signing Morgan Moses to his 1-year, $3.6 million contract. Now, a lot of Jets fans were sad that we didn't end up signing Moses to a long-term deal. And it's not like we didn't try, it just wasn't what Moses was interested in. So the two sides ended up agreeing to a 1-year deal. But I'm thinking of it as a long-term deal because Moses might only play for the Jets for 1 season, but the effect he's going to have on the team is going to last longer than 1 year. I mean, this is a guy who's going to be a mentor for all of our young O-linemen on the team. So he might only be here physically for 1 season, but mentally he's going to be here for a while. And to make way for Morgan Moses, we had to release a player, and that player ended up being Jordan Peters, who started alongside 5th-round pick Jamie Sherwood in Auburn and also signed with us as an undrafted free agent this offseason. I mean, we had a lot of safeties on the roster, and I guess Peters was the one playing the worst out of all of them, so the Jets ended up cutting him. Hopefully he can find a job on another team. So Treyvon Wesson has officially switched his position from tight end to fullback. Why did Wesson switch positions? Well, this new offense the Jets are going to be running requires a fullback, and Wesson is the only player on the roster with experience as one. Now, I don't expect Wesson to be used much like Kyle Juszczyk was. I mean, during his tenure with the New York Jets, he was primarily a blocking tight end, so as a fullback, I just expect him to be an extra guy in the backfield protecting Zach Wilson. But who knows, maybe the Jets use him in a more expanded role. I mean, we've seen what he can do as a pass catcher in the past. He had like a 65-yard reception in 2019 against Pittsburgh Steelers, but I just don't expect that to happen. Just expect him to be an extra body in the backfield protecting Zach Wilson. Joe Lakey was a 2-time All-Pro, a 4-time Pro Bowler, and one of the best players in Jets history, but for some reason is not in the Hall of Fame. But that might change because the New York Jets are putting together a pretty impactful presentation and are sending it to some people pretty high up in the Pro Football Focus organization. And maybe this presentation might make him a Hall of Famer. I mean, he definitely deserves to be one, and hopefully he gets to be in the Hall of Fame someday. On the morning of July 1st, 2021, Ben Lindsley woke up and said, "I'm going to be a clown today." What do clowns do? They make jokes, and one of the jokes he made that day was saying that the Jets had the 30th best roster in the NFL. I mean, I don't see how a team that, according to Pro Football Focus, had one of the best off seasons this year and improved every single roster position significantly, has a bottom 3 roster in the NFL. I don't see how that adds up. I mean, at least rank us ahead of Jacksonville, a team that drafted a running back to play receiver in the 1st round and signed Tim Tebow to play tight end. But nope, they're better than the New York Jets because they have Trevor Lawrence. I just don't see how any of this adds up. Pro Football Focus is full of clowns. When the Jets don't have the 30th best roster in the NFL this year, I'm going to come back, show Pro Football Focus this and say, "You sure you're right?" Like, this is just absurd. I don't get why the New York Jets get hated on by so much media, but it's not funny, and it's about to stop soon. And I just can't wait. Well, that's all the news I have for you guys today. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me, and if you ended up enjoying, make sure to let me know by hitting the subscribe and like button, and also comment down below your thoughts on today's news. And if for some reason the comments are turned off, hit me up on my social medias, Jude_Jets on Instagram and Twitter, and I wouldn't mind if you follow them as well. Well, I'm your host, Jude, signing off for now. See you later.